Are you looking for the best sports ball storage cart? We've got this one right here. I figured I'd show this thing to you guys, but I also grabbed all the junk that the kids always leave all over the yard. And I brought it into here. Hopefully we can organize everything that's there onto this rack, and it kind of gives them like a special spot to be able to put all the stuff. So I want to show y'all that, but first, before we do that, let me show y'all how this thing is kind of put together and whatnot. By the way, if you guys find this video helpful, definitely appreciate you guys hitting that helpful right there for me. So, lifting this thing on up, you can see that you have 3 racks right here. One down here, one right here, and one right here. 4 balls, like your bigger style soccer ball, basketball, those types of things. Bowling ball, actually this reminds me of like a bowling ball type of rack thing. On the top, you have a nice like little basket up so that you can put smaller items, smaller balls, other accessories that are not necessarily round. On the side over here, you have 3 hooks, just J hooks, so you can hang some things. And then on this side, you have some like little U hooks right there for things like baseball bats. This does have the casters all the way along the bottom right there, and they do spin in a full 360, so it's very easy to move this thing around and get it exactly where you need it to go. So love that about this thing. Very light too as well, without anything on it, so if you do need to move it around, bring it somewhere, and you can't wheel it, you got to pick it up for whatever reason, put it into something, you'd be able to do that as well. By the way, this company did send this to me so I could show this off to you guys, so thank you to them for partnering with me on this. All right, let's see if we can organize all the kids' junk that they left everywhere, and hopefully this gives them a little bit of a, you know, a rack to be able to store everything on so they don't leave it out in the yard. So we have a basketball right there. This is a soccer ball right there. Fits nicely. So you have golf clubs, and I was thinking the golf clubs might do well like over where the baseball bats were, but this U looks a little bit too big for that. So if you have some room on the top, the bottom part right here just simply slips through. So you can easily put some golf clubs all along this thing right there if you do want to have all your golfing equipment organized onto the bag. Let's see. Little football right here. This is one of those, like, you know, we live down here in Louisiana. We have Mardi Gras, and they usually throw these types of things. Doesn't fit right here, but this is one thing that you could easily put on top. So if your kids, you know, do those crane machines where they get all the different balls and whatnot, this top rack is a great place to be able to leave those. Same thing with baseballs as well. You can just simply put those right up on top. This right here is a baseball bat. We can just simply slide that right on there. And it looks like you could fit, I'm going to say 2 on each side. So you could probably fit 4 baseball bats onto the side right there. So that's fantastic as well. Let's see what else do we have here. So we have all these pickleball paddles because pickleball is like the thing these days. And so these usually don't have any type of hole or anything in them. So I was thinking that, yeah, we're probably going to have to lay them out on the top right here. But then I remembered the baseball bat thing over there. This might be the right size to be able to stand these up in there. So I figured we could test that out. So I'm going to remove the baseball bat. If you do want to put the baseball bat on top, you can do that. It's long enough for it. And check this out. Ha ha! Look, you can put how many? How many? I'd say that's a solid 3 right there that you can put. And then you can put one going, they're going to slide through that way. So you can only do, oh, I bet if you alternated them like this, one right there, and then one right there. Boom! You got all your pickleball stuff there. And then some paddles come in a bag like this so that you can take it with you really easily. And they usually have like a little nougat on the top right here. So if you wanted to, you could just simply use these J-hooks over here for all your things that come in the bags, just like that. So it's a great use of those hooks right there. And that way, you know, if you're going to like a court to play pickleball, you can easily like grab this right there at the go, put it into the car, and easily have it at the ready. So I love that. Let's see, a couple of other things here. I found a jump rope somewhere out there. And so, again, this can go right there if you wanted to do that. you could also take, I don't know how long this thing is, but you could probably double it over. You could just simply drape it across the top there as well if you wanted to kind of move it out of the way and not take up much of the basket here. And we also have a few badminton rackets as well. My first thought is, of course, they can go up here in the top. They can also go, if the bottom part is not too big, you might be able to fit it through one of these little grates right here. Man, it like almost, oh yeah, look, haha, got it in. So you could put your badminton rackets there. Or you could also, I think these holes throughout the racket are big enough to be able to put those on these hooks as well. So let me go ahead and just turn that just a little bit. And then we can just, yep, just like that. Boom. So we got, what all do we have here? We got pickleball. We got small footballs and baseballs. You got the baseball bat. You got a golf club. You got the basketball, the soccer ball. And then on this side, we have our jump rope. We have 2 badminton rackets. And then a place to hang bags that, you can easily take to go. So many uses for this thing. Like, I thought it was just going to be like, oh, put a bunch of balls on it. But you can actually put, like, all different types of sports equipment on here, which is fantastic. Super easy to assemble, too. I want to say it took us, like, 15 minutes if I timed it right. And your assembly, I kept all the doohickeys and whatnot, all the nougats and bits. It's basically just a bunch of these bolts right here. And then, of course, you have the Allen wrench that's going to go with it. They do give you a little wrench right here. We like to get just a better wrench, but they do give you the little flat one in here if you want to use that. And there's a few extra bolts for you to be able to have in case, one's lost or whatever. Your instructions is literally just a 1-page right there. So super easy to see, super easy to follow. It shows you, where all the screws go in, and it's basically on each pole right there. And then you pop your feet on and whatnot, and they give you a parts list right here. So if y'all are looking for an excellent sports equipment organizer, definitely go and check out this thing right here. This thing is fantastic. Let me know if this was helpful. You know what? Before we go, hang on. Let's grab out the dad tape measure right here so we can get some measurements on this thing. So what I want to do is all the way across to the edge of the baseball bat holder, all the way out to the hook. You're looking at, I'm reading about 45 inches right there. As far as height is concerned, up to the top of this rack right here, it's 3 feet. But keep in mind that you also have these U-shaped handles on the side right here. So if you include that, you're looking at 3 feet and 5 inches right there. And then across the middle part right here, without the racks and everything on the sides, you're looking at 3 foot 1 inch. So it looks like you'd be able to fit, I'm going to say about 4, maybe 5 balls, depending on if they're the junior size or regulation size. Basketball, soccer balls, your bigger style of balls. You can fit a ton of stuff on this top rack right there. So you'd be able to fit, I would say, a good 12 balls on there pretty comfortably. So, again, if this was helpful, there's that helpful right there. Definitely appreciate that. Y'all go and add this to your cart if you want to if you want to keep your kids from leaving all their stuff all over the backyard. Thank y'all for watching, and Dad out.